Hey everyone. So let's talk about twin flames for a little bit. This is something that I get asked a lot about in sessions, and I get asked sometimes online. I try not to speak on it too often because I prefer to work with the other topics of spirituality, like galactics and that type of thing. But I haven't spoken on it in a long time, and due to some recent releases with Netflix and other things, it feels like now is a time to speak on it again. So I want to remind people that there's a lot of division in the spiritual community. There's a lot of ego. There's a lot of commercialization. There's a lot of uh, doing things using spirituality to benefit the individual rather than help others grow into their sovereignty. Everything comes back to you. Everything. It all comes back to you. It does not matter if you are manifesting financial wealth, if you are manifesting a career change, a home, a family, a partnership, a romance, healing, anything. It all comes back to you. This means you cannot spiritually bypass. We have to teach people not to spiritually bypass anymore and make them aware that you going through your traumas, healing yourself, is the best thing you can do for your vibration. Your vibration determines what aligns to you. Your reality determines what aligns to you. So you have to go through the steps of healing, of releasing, of clearing old energy, the past, the traumas, the worries, the anxieties, the mental programming, anything that's affecting your reality, to align to what is what you want, to align to what you desire, to align to what you deserve, to align to anything you wish to have in your life and your experience. This includes romance. Now, to be clear, we're going to talk a little bit about twin flames, and I do not like the label of twin flames. My opinion and experience of it, as I have been guided, as I have been told by beings far more conscious than myself, far more high vibrational, far more connected, the label has run rampant in the community. It has been used to create division. It has been used to create concepts of this overwhelming love that people strive for. And it has been used as a reason and an excuse to stay in relationships that are not aligned to you. And it has been used to seek outside of self. That is not the purpose. There is a concept, a spiritual concept of a person in energy. I would rather not say a person, but an energy who is vibrationally aligned to you in your lifetime, who is a mirror in the sense that they join with you when you are vibrationally aligned to them in that experience, to create and trigger healing and growth within you. And that is not an easy journey. That is not a journey of unicorns and cupcakes and butterflies and all this lovey-dovey stuff. The concept that a twin flame refers to is not an easy journey, but it has been hijacked by a community using it for something that it is not. There is much more to it. But in the end, it all comes down to alignment and vibration, and something that is so very important for people to understand. Nobody can tell you who your twin is, who that energy, that aligned energy that is going to help you trigger and mirror and heal and join you on a spiritual journey. Nobody can tell you who that is. It is between you, yourself, and God. Anybody telling you that so-and-so, that X person, Y person, Z person is your twin, is your divine masculine, your divine feminine, anybody telling you that is not operating from a higher state of consciousness. They are not operating from a loving, full loving heart space, from an understanding of the laws of the universe and karma, because telling people those types of things has energetic repercussions when you're the one responsible for creating a situation that is unaligned for that person. Everything comes down to their choice. Every person has choice in their journey to align to the people who are aligned to them through growth, through soul growth, through living through their heart space, through healing their traumas, through growing their soul. When you grow your soul, you align to people who are more resonant with you and attract those people to you. But there's this symptom in the community of people following this label, this concept, this thing that they see on memes and in 90-second reels that cannot be explained in 90 seconds. I could spend hours talking to you about what this actually is, about what that journey actually is meant to be without the label, deconstructing the label, dismantling it and pushing it to the side and making sure you focus on yourself and what that journey is. It is not a journey that is meant for everyone this lifetime. It is not an easy journey. It is a journey full of love. It is a journey full of healing and triggering and growth. And that is hard. That is difficult. And that's what they don't talk to you about. But it is also a journey that not everyone is meant to align to this lifetime. That is a choice. Every person has a choice to vibrationally align to those people who can trigger and heal them in those ways and grow spiritually. And you can choose the easy path. You can go with somebody who does not have that type of energy, who is more of an easy life experience. You have choice, but that choice is up to you. You, yourself, and God, the universe, spirit, whatever word you want to use, that's the way I describe it. You, yourself, and God. Those are the only energies able to guide you and tell you who your vibrational match is. Whether you want to use the label of twin flame or not, only those three can guide you and tell you that. As a reader, as an intuitive, as somebody who has access to timelines and realities and the wisdom of higher beings and all this other stuff, we can tell you what a healthy relationship is. We can tell you why things operate the way they do. But we cannot tell you to leave a person, to go be with another person, to stay in a relationship or not stay in a relationship. That is your choice. We cannot tell you if somebody is karmic, a mirror, a twin, or anything else. And just to clarify, a mirror is somebody who mirrors reality back to you. Somebody who mirrors your internal state of being back to you. The love that you feel, the ideas that you have, those types of things. Soulmate. Oftentimes mirrors are called soulmates. All these different labels. Drop the labels. Don't worry about the romance. Don't worry about the partnership. Don't worry about those types of things. We have this thing in society where people wake up and they crave that romance. They crave that love, but they don't realize it all comes back to you. It all comes back to your inner self, to your healing. You will find love in the outer world when you are the love in your inner world. You will attract love from the outer world when you embrace love in your inner world. When you come to a space of healing that you are vibrationally aligned to that frequency, to that experience. When you worry about the twin flame journey or the journey of any kind and whether this person's your twin or that person, or why aren't they doing this, they're my twin, why don't they want to be with me, or you're staying with them in an abusive situation because you think they're your twin or all these other things. You are not focusing on yourself. Everything comes back to you. And when you go to an intuitive, a reader, a leader, whoever it is in the spiritual community, and they say, I can tell you who your twin is, they cannot. That is not aligned. That is not aligned to karma, to choice, to the experience, and it is between you, yourself, and God. That's it. So there's a documentary that came out, and I haven't seen it. I am not going to watch it. I saw the trailer. I was guided to it. Saw the trailer. I feel it is a symptom of fear, division in the community, trying to create more of that. What I will say is this: everything comes back to you. You have choice. Nobody can tell you whether to be in a relationship or not. Whether somebody is your divine masculine, your divine feminine, your twin flame, your mirror, that is all between you. That is all between you and God. And your choice. Your choices. Guides can tell you what a good relationship is like, what a toxic relationship is like, and ask you questions to see, are you sure this is aligned to what you want? Are you sure this is aligned to what you want? But always coming back to yourself, your healing, bringing you to a space where you are not spiritually bypassing. Don't spiritually bypass the healing. That's the problem with people who are waking up. They don't want to go through the pain. They don't want to go through the trauma, the purging, the healing. The healing is hard. It is hard work. But if you do not heal, you will never manifest. You will never align to the things you desire, because you have to heal the parts of you that are stuck in the past, the parts of you that are aligned to the versions of the past, the parts of you that are programmed to believe different things. So you have to align to those different things by healing yourself physically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. When you do that, everything attracts to you. And if you are somebody who is meant and looking for a romantic relationship aligned in love, you will manifest that when you heal yourself. But don't go to readers who are telling you your twin is this person, your twin is that person. There are tarot cards out there that people pull, and they're like, oh, this is a twin flame card. Nobody can tell you who your twin is, who you're supposed to be with. That is your choice. That is a timeline. That is a reality. That is growth. That is healing. That is vibrational alignment to that experience. And if you are not vibrationally aligned, if you are stuck in a vibration of fear, you will manifest relationships of fear. If you come to yourself and you heal yourself and you operate from that loving heart space, you operate from love, you take action from love, you manifest, you work with yourself, you clear yourself, you magnetize friends, family, partners, romance, all that stuff that aligns to love frequency. So those of you in fear, those of you in turmoil, those of you in states of anger and confusion, in mistrust and all this other stuff because of these labels, because of the twin flame label, the divine masculine, divine feminine label, all that, stop watching it. Stop. Just step back, breathe, and come back to you. Come back to your heart space. Ask yourself, if you're in a relationship trying to figure this out, like, are they this, are they that? Ask yourself. Don't ask yourself, are they the label? Ask yourself, is this relationship aligned to me? Is it what I want? Is it what I desire? Is it aligned to me? is it aligned to love? That's your answer. Should you stay? Should you go? My guys are popping that song in you. Should I stay? Should I go? Into my mind. Ask yourself that question. Any relationship, friendship, family, is it aligned in love? Is it a reflection of what I want and desire, or is it bringing me more negative energy in a reality I do not want to experience? Is it placing me in a state I do not want to experience? Or is it for my highest good? Attract what you want to attract by embracing it in yourself, by embracing the frequency within you, by embracing love within you. That is the only way you manifest these concepts into your life, that when you manifest them, you will realize the memes, the reels do not tell the truth of what any of this is. And anybody who tells you this is a soulmate, this is a karmic, this is that, that's all choice. That is all your ability to raise your vibration, the ability of others to raise their vibration to match you in a love frequency, and manifesting them into your life. It all comes back to you. Everything comes back to you. You can go to readers for advice. You can go to them for, hey, I'm confused about this concept. Can you explain it to me? We can explain it to you. Far more to it than people advertise. And it is a very difficult experience. The concept that people are using as the twin flame label is not as easy and a piece of cake as people talk about. It is a healing journey. It is a healing journey. It is a spiritual growth journey. It is far more complicated than what people expect. And it is a choice. And it is only between you, yourself, and God as to whether you and another person are on that journey. And that person will reflect that to you. So that person will align to you and also understand you're on that journey. It is all a reflection of you. And if there is chaos and turmoil and stuff because of these ideas, you drop the labels, step away, come back to yourself, heal yourself, and understand there's far more to the journey. And just this idea of commercializing, capitalizing on highly advanced, complicated topics. If you are one of those readers out there, if you are one of those intuitives operating from that space of telling people XYZ, I urge you to step back, grow your vibration, raise your vibration, step out of the ego, step out of the need for financial gain, come back to that loving heart space and ask yourself, how are you helping people? Or should you be commenting on those topics? I have a thing right in my sessions. I do not answer romance topics directly because there are karmic issues, energetic issues, and everybody wants to know about twin flames. And that is between you, yourself, and God, and whether or not you choose to vibrationally align and do the work, the difficult work, the journey, the spiritual journey, the healing, to align to that experience. There's a lot more to these topics in social media. And it's not just twins. There's a lot more to all of it. You get memes with a picture and a few words of text. You get a reel that's 90 seconds long. These topics are complex and they're unique. They're so unique. Every journey is unique. I can't stress that enough. Every journey is unique. And this idea of creating a boilerplate of the journey is X, Y, Z, this, and that. It's not true. It's not true at all. Those are the promotions of lower consciousness understanding are the words my guides are giving me. The promotion of lower consciousness understanding. It does not make those people malicious or wrong or anything. Everybody is on their journey. Everybody is learning. But as you're learning, keep in mind, when you learn about a topic, study it in full, learn it in full, raise your consciousness, and come back to it before you teach people. Become the master, become the teacher, know everything about it, understand it, because these labels are not boilerplate. They are not simple. They are complicated. They are journeys for each unique individual, and they are far more than can be explained in a photo or a reel. And commenting on them without understanding the truth of them, without being in that loving space, doing things from a space of fear, doing things in boiler points and little bullet points, trying to say the journey is X, Y, Z. We're all unique. We're all individualistic. We're all creative. We all create our own realities. It does not make those people wrong at the state they understand the techniques. But what I'm saying is, as you go on your journey and you start sharing, if you do start sharing about these topics, are you sharing too fast? Do you understand what you are sharing? Have you mastered the content, the technique, the knowing of what it is? That's the key. Most people jump on social media and they share things. Sometimes it's out of ego, sometimes it's out of excitement, sometimes it's out of just this urge to help people awaken and that sort of thing. I try my best personally. When I'm learning something new, I don't share it for months, if not years. Think about that. It can take years to master something. If you are a person, to put this in a smaller space, into a better metaphor or analogy, I guess. If you are somebody learning music, you've never played music before, or maybe you've played a little bit of band in high school, and you pick up a piano, you've never touched a piano, you've never touched a percussion instrument. Piano is a percussion instrument. If you didn't know that, it's hitting the keys. You've never played it, you've never touched it. And you get excited. This piano comes, you're like, this is amazing. I can hit the keys, I can make music, I can make sounds. It's great. You now understand that a piano exists, that it's a percussion instrument, that you can hit the keys and you can make music and tones, and you're having fun just beating away at the keys, beating away. And you spend a few days doing that, and out of your excitement, you start sharing with people. Hey, check this out. This is how you do it. This is what you do. It takes years to master the piano. Some people can probably do it in months, 6 months of playing every day. If you do not master whatever you're working on, the concept, the technique, if you do not sit down after you channel a message and feel into it and read the symbolism and understand that your guides do not always speak literally, that there's information, depths, and layers of information that unpacks over several months to give you the full understanding of what they're teaching, that a meditation or an experience will lead to much more, because that's the first step. Because the first awareness of the concept is like entering kindergarten. It's like entering the first class. It's like entering this phase of learning. And so when it comes to experiencing something like twin flames or activating your channel or doing all this other stuff, when that happens, you might be excited. You might just want to share with people. Or there might be this ego part of you that's like, I'm going to teach people. I know how to do this. It can be all kinds of reasons. But you can't jump into something you haven't mastered. And that's a hard thing for people. It's a hard pill for people to swallow, so to speak. That you can't master a concept just by being told once, just by picking it up and playing with it. So when it comes to this twin stuff, understand, if you're being shown, I was shown by my guides this idea of these souls and how they come together and how they spiritually grow. This idea, long time before I ever heard the word twin flame. And when the word twin flame came, I went, oh, there's a word for that on the human world. And the more I learned about it, the more I realized it's confusing, divisive, and just frankly wrong, the information that's out there, because it's lower consciousness promotion of a concept that has not risen to understand the true concept, and that the true concept cannot be explained with a label. It all comes back to you. It all comes back to yourself. It all comes back to you healing yourself. And when it comes to teaching people these concepts, we have to master them before we teach them and talk about them, and understand that when we share bullet points to explain to people in the reels and the bullet points, this is not a boilerplate. This is not a fixed idea. This is not this simple. These are just generalizations. These are just simplifications. These are things to help you understand and awaken to the concept, but not things to focus on. Not things to create anxiety, worry, fear. And if it's doing that to you, any concept, ask yourself why and go inward. Go inward and come back to that loving frequency. I believe that's all that's coming through. I don't have anything else popping in my mind right now about the twin flames or the mastering of concepts and that sort of thing. I have felt like I need to talk again about twin flames. As I said, I don't often talk about it because the community is so divisive, and the label is not truly what the concept is. And I just want people to understand it all comes back to you, yourself, and God. And no matter what the documentary is saying, it is creating a vibration of fear and anxiety and worry, which creates division, which creates split realities and holds you back. So come back to your loving heart space. Hold your light, hold your reality, and always ask yourself what is vibrationally aligned to you and how do you heal to create a higher vibrational reality. Thank you for listening. Feel free to ask questions. Love you all, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you.